So thanks everyone for attending this crowded session. I have a little bit of social anxiety. And today we will talk to you about open source as usual and explain you how you can simply monitor your Salesforce orgs for many reasons that we will explain. And anyway, the first slide. Thanks for being here. Do the remote work. Yes. So my name is Nicolas Vuillamy. I am CTO at Cloudity. And but open sourcerer, it just means I'm not a sorcerer. It just means that I spend a lot of evenings and weekends and nights, and sometimes a little bit at work, to build tools that I like to provide for free. And my payment is that you use them, and I'm glad about it. And today I am with a wonderful colleague.
Yes. Hello. I'm Maxime. I'm working for Cloudity for 5 years. I'm working on a major project. I'm a part of a team of a dozen developers and business analysts, and my role is release manager and tech lead.
Thanks, Maxime. And why are we here?
Yes. Let's talk about monitoring. But first, why do we need to monitor an org? Apart from avoiding a sleepless night, to trying to figure out why my unit test isn't passing in an environment, but works correctly in another, or why an issue is being reported on a functional process in the testing phase. So why we do need org monitoring, it's for that.
Okay, so let's start by a little mise en situation, as we say in French. So we try to describe something that could happen to any of you, and to see if we are what we built is corresponding to real life situations. So first, as it already happened that you arrive in a morning and you have your salesman, saleswoman working on your Salesforce org and saying, "Oh, panic! I cannot create a quote for my client." So you have your you are a salesman, you have your Salesforce mobile, for example, and you are trying to sell something. That is the goal of Salesforce, and you click and fatal error or whatever. So basically, you are in front of your client. You want to give him a price, and wait, I will call the admin to see what is the issue. So the admin replies and said, "I don't know what you mean. Maybe you clicked at the wrong button because I didn't change anything in the production org and there has been no delivery. So probably the problem is you because yesterday it was working." But then you send a screenshot, you show that no, it's not working with the red messages. So what do you do in such event? You call. You cry, and then you call the release manager and you say, "Okay, release manager, please save me because you have to investigate what is the issue." And what is the issue there, release manager? Because it's not. I chose Maxime because he is release manager. He knows what he's talking about. So what could happen?
Yes. So according to your admin hasn't done anything, and the client is stuck in the process usually valid. So I'm going to have a few questions for you, Nicolas. What could cause a bug on Salesforce? Yes. New release, or has someone modified a flow, or maybe he made some changes on the data model, maybe in install package directly in production, or have modified the permission set. In fact, did someone deploy something or do something directly in production?
But the admin said, "I touched nothing." So, but release manager, I cannot send quotes, I cannot give a price. I'm still in front of my client. Help.
Yes. Don't worry, we will find it. I have the right tools to help us to find the solution, and very quickly.
Oops. So, what could be the right tool? The right tool, again, SFDXRDs, but not for CI/CD today. And the goal is to show you how quickly you can find what broke the production. Because usually you ask the admin, but again, the admin, no, not me. So, so what you could have, so a little schema explaining you what is SFDXRD's monitoring. You have a schedule that will be triggered every night while you sleep. You are supposed to sleep at night. And while you sleep, your monitoring job, it will do many things. It will first do a metadata backup. So metadata backup, it means that it will check all retrieve all the metadata of the org and create a new commit. It will also generate reports and notifications on Slack. So basically, everything that could be the cause of any issue, not if it's related to data, there are tools for that. You will have detailed reports, and because you don't like to read, you don't want to read a lot of Excel files when you arrive at the morning, you will have a nice notification on Slack, visible to everyone in the team, so it will be quick to find solutions. So to have that, you don't need to have a PhD. All you need is to be able to follow a video tutorial, which is, I say 5, but in the reality it's 7 minutes. So if you follow a 7 minutes video tutorial, you can install the monitoring on any of your Git providers, so GitLab, Azure, GitHub, Bitbucket. So today SFDXRD is compliant with all of them. And Bitbucket, thanks to Roman, it is compliant because SFDXRD is not just Cloudity. Now we have more and more heroes that contribute to the tool. And you can configure that in 5 minutes, and you can also configure in 3 additional minutes the notifications that will arrive on Slack, or if you are with Microsoft Teams clients, on Microsoft Teams. And if you want to have notifications on both, you can too. And again, this is not about CI/CD. If you are working with a crappy project with change set, 10 years old org, etc., it will work too.
Okay, so one of the actions of monitoring is to back up a branch and compare it with another org and the previous day. To do this, we will retrieve all metadata and we create a new branch, commit on it, and then we list the difference like a Git status.
And for Git nerds, so it is for the release managers, not everyone is supposed to handle Git, and it's just for visibility. But you can, you have a list of states of your org, and you can compare the state between today and yesterday, or the state between today and yesterday and 1 week ago. So you can have a fine track of every update that is happening in your production or pre-production or any org. And if you install the monitoring on multiple orgs, you can also compare the state of the production and the pre-production. So you have a fine difference of everything that happens. And if you want to know, so here you have the list of differences. So it's just a list of files. It is what you see in the Slack notifications. But if you want to see exactly what has changed in a metadata, you can just use git diff on your tool, and you will see the difference. And if you are a little bit lazy, we all are, you don't want every morning to, okay, I open Git, I compare the branch, what changed, blah, 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 boring. You can just open your Slack, and you will have a notification that will, let's say, filter all the updates and just show you the updates that should have not happened in the org. So it means that, so let's imagine I'm not the release manager. So here we see that yesterday, some strange guy named Nicolas Vuillamy has directly updated in production company information, flows, and create a custom fields on account. So directly updating things in production can lead to issues, as we all know. So we have in a single notifications what happened in the org that should not have happened.
Yes. So another feature of org monitoring is the execution of unit tests. This ensures that unit tests are always spacing and also provide a day-to-day visibility on the overall coverage. You know, during the project phase, we focus on maintaining unit test coverage well above 75% minimum. But over time, this aspect can be overlooked. So with this notification, you don't have any excuse.
And if your test class are working and you have a good code coverage, maybe you would like to check if what is covered, so your project's implementation, is of good quality. And for that, during every night, we will automatically run megalinter who contains this lot of stuff, but this linter. So megalinter will inspect your Apex PMD code. So if you have, if you are not in a CI/CD project and sometimes have someone has put SOQL in a loop, for example, it will detect it and show it to you. So you can maybe, the problem is not happening today because you don't have too many data, but you know that the day you will have many data, heap size or whatever, limit, you know. There is something new in Salesforce for some years, which is flows. So basically you can build anything with flows, but you can also do a lot of stupid things. Like also SOQL in a loop, or DML in a loop, or hard-coded IDs, or whatever. So, Lightning Flow Scanner, if you want to know more about Lightning Flow Scanner, see my other session in 1 hour. Okay, Flow Scanner, and also if someone, sometimes developers or people hard-code credentials just for test, and then they forget to remove the credentials to your client's production SAP, for example. So it's not secured. So megalinter will also detect that if you do dangerous things for your clients.
Yes. In previous features, we were more focused on reporting, backup, on unit test. Here we will focus the analysis on the quality of the source, quality of the org. Indeed, several checks will be made. We all know the quality of the source can become less clean over the time. So changes features, removal or additional automation, and other factors can lead to a technical debt. So that's why we are going to check first if classes or fields are not present in at least one permission set or profile. Secondly, if flow are an inactive status, so why we keep it if inactive. And if finally, if unused metadata, such as custom label or custom permission, is not referenced in the source. For example, you have LWC who use custom label, and you delete the LWC, but you forgot to delete the custom label. It's no sense.
So nothing blocking, but it can give you a lot of leads to clean your organ. Having a clean org is always nicer. And so you have the Slack notifications, but sometimes if you have a lot of things to clean or a lot of updates, etc., you don't want to read 1,000 lines Slack notification because it's not relevant. So you have little messages in notification. For each of the checks, even metadata, hi Amilet, you have detailed reports that will give you all the detail. For example, this one is all the detail of suspicious activities. But you have the same for updated, backup metadata, for all the Apex text, etc. So little messages in notification, advanced messages in Excel files. And so we talked a lot, and I hope that what we presented gave you the want to test it. But maybe if you see that it really works, can help. So we will make a little demo, And I don't know if you remember the guinea pigs at the beginning saying, "Oh, I cannot create an opportunity," and we had to find why we cannot create an opportunity. So let's try to find it now. So, oh, we have a Slack notification, and oh, we have new notifications. So what do we have in those new notifications? We have the first, which is, oh, we detected some updates. So here we have the list of all updated metadata since the last monitoring. So, but there is a lot of things, and oh, I see stuff on opportunity, reports or whatever. So a lot of things, but what could be? I start to see opportunities, maybe. So what if now we go to the second notifications and see that, oh, usually in the demo there is 10, maybe we live stuff. So we see that since the last monitoring, a list of suspect actions has been detected in our production org, and we see, for example, that we have a new custom field created, but I think it is not so detailed here. Maybe Maxime, you can click on the view job, and we could check for the full report. So you can download the artifacts where you will have the full reports of the monitoring. So this will be the audit trail Excel. Yep, this one. Okay, so here you recognize the setup audit trail stuff, but when you download the setup audit trail the last 6 months, you have millions of stuff. Here you have just what matters to you. You can, Max, maybe you can filter. You have a column suspect at the right. Yes, if you filter on suspect true, click gauche. See, what could be a demo without a little demo effect? I think we have a good tip in the audience. Oh, we have only suspect stuff. But, okay, but we have the list of everything that can be appeared as suspect. So we see we have custom field created, we see we have flows updated, and we have change permission set. So we have stuff that has been done directly in production by other people than the deployment user or the release manager. So what could be wrong is there. And if you want to see the detail, you can check on Gitkraken. And you can also look at the last state of your monitoring and expand and see what changed. If you look at flows, for example, I see a flow that has been updated. So if you click on it, you will see, oh, okay, so there has been a new condition added on the flow, and to show it's not fake. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoy French streaming today. So basically, you see the notification, something may be wrong. Okay, I see the detail. Okay, I see more detail to see what changed. And when I know what changed, I can know what to solve. So that's the main goal. And now we can maybe look at the other notifications. We won't show you all the notifications, but you see you have failing textless. You see you have fields. Why are these fields existing in the production org if nobody can access them? Maybe we should just delete them. Same for labels. An inactive flow, what does it do in production? We can remove it anyway if you want to retrieve it. We're having in the monitoring guide, so we could retrieve it later. And you can say hello to the data cloud metadatas. We just discovered them. They don't have a description. And that's all for the demo. And now, maybe you want this one?
No, it's
okay. Okay, so now let's fast forward in time. So now I have seen from where the issue is coming. I corrected my flow. And the admin says, they always say they didn't change anything. But now when they change something, you can prove it. You can prove it, and everyone in the team who is in the notification channel will saw it every morning. So I tried to do something and I hope no one will know. Over. And that's how you educate your clients also, because as Salesforce allows to do everything in production, like breaking everything in 2 clicks, it can be nice to see. The release manager is happy, he did his job, and he had an easy tool to do it faster. And now our dear Cupcake can create codes again and can finally send new contracts to our clients. So I would like to congratulate a lot my colleague and friend Maxime, because it is his first time as a speaker in a Salesforce event. And when you agreed to come with me, he didn't know it was in English. But I think he was really good. So you can scan the little QR code to go straight to the documentation when you can see everything that we have showed you with more information. And I don't know if we still have time or not. 4 minutes. So maybe people have questions.
Thank you very much. Do you detect the difference between legit deployments to production, like change sets, unlock packages, things like that? Or things we actually change production by hand? And the second question is, does the tool have a --JSON output option?
I love these questions. So let's say the suspicious activities, they filter when the user is the deployment user. So in the Git, you will see everything that has changed, independing who changed it, because it is just a force source retrieve, an extract of metadata. But in the suspect activities, you can filter the actions of the deployment user, and you can also configure a list of users that you consider safe, like maybe you, if you are the release manager. So only will remain the users that are not supposed to be allowed to update stuff. And we filter on events too. Yeah. For example, yes, but usually when people are the boss in the company, they want to be admin. Usually we like to create a super admin over a profile, which is not admin, but who has admin in the name. Can work sometimes. So that's for the first question. And the second was, okay, if you want output JSON, so it is in the roadmap. And if you are really interested by it, we can accelerate it in the roadmap. So here we plan to allow to add new targets. So I don't know if you have Grafana stuff or anywhere where you would like to send JSON to log, to make reports on it, etc. So we can very soon add, let's say, random hook, just an URL with JSON, but maybe for seeker stuff, maybe we will add some new configuration with credentials to connect securely. But yes, we will be able in 1 week. Is there other questions? No, it was so clear. Okay, so you are free. Thank you very much for attending. And last thank you for Yamilet here. She's one of our clients, an early adopter of SFDX RDS, one of the first to have used CI/CD as a release manager at her work. And also, she's also beta tester for new features and for the monitoring also. So thank you, Yamilet.